Hi, this is the Tube Tempest, and this is going to be my final garden update for this summer. Most of my plants, it's getting like triple-digit heat out here, so I really don't want to go outside very much. Okay, these are just some video clips from earlier in the season. Now my fruit, I just have like cherry tomatoes and the occasional melon coming out of there. But I'm pretty much done anyway. And I still have to pick some more butternut squash. But I'll show you that later. Right now I'm just going to tell you how everything went. I learned a bunch of stuff from gardening this summer. My next garden I'm going to use ground cover, buy some good dirt, fertilize, do everything. I guess the correct way, but have less plants but put more effort into them. This was just pretty much just planting them wherever I wanted. Next time I'm going to grow mainly just cherry tomatoes because those do really well. Like they taste, I think, the best, and also they're still growing out there. I still have cherry tomatoes going more than I don't even pick them all anymore. They're out there growing. And like birds and stuff, they eat a cherry tomato, I don't care. But if they like peck a big one, I get pissed. My watermelons that are out there right now are not doing very well. Like the sugar babies, I got maybe one little tiny watermelon per plant. There was only 10 of them. The cantaloupe did really well, like 4 or 5 per plant with no fertilizer. The last batch I did was no fertilizer. And then the Congo melons are not growing well at all outside. I stopped watering them too, so I'm not going to have any more. I'm eating the sugar babies, but they're so small that you can like 6 at once. So my last melons didn't come out as good as my first, but my first ones took a lot of Miracle-Gro. And I live in South Texas, and the watermelons are not very expensive. So, I had a great time growing them, but next time I wanted to try it with some real dirt, with some ground cover, do it right. But I mean, I got a lot of fruit and produce from the garden the way I did it, but I would say I had too much of certain things. Like next time I'm going to try for variety, because I would say most of my fruit and vegetables ended up in compost pile because couldn't give it away or eat it fast enough. The melons I could, no problem, people like that. But like the zucchini and all the tomatoes, some of the cantaloupes I couldn't get rid of fast enough. But overall it was a success. It was a successful garden, but it's time to quit because it's like hot as hell outside. But maybe like towards the fall I'll try again. Here's one round of cantaloupe. The cantaloupe actually came out pretty good, and there was a lot. I'm gonna do those again. Okay, this is gonna be my last garden update here. I think my garden's pretty much dead. Here's some Roma tomatoes that the plants died because I stopped watering them a while back. I never even picked them. I got some red peppers growing here. I don't know exactly what kind they are, but try it out. Try it out right now, actually. Gross. Ugh. Nasty. Look at my dog. Scrappy. What are you doing, dog? Oh, poor Scrappy. He's in a little cone. Okay, look. That is a celebrity. It's a determinant, but it's got some tomatoes still growing. It's lasting longer than... That was the clipping that I took of this one. So that one's started a little later. It was an experiment to see if you can keep them going. Since they're determinants, like grab a sucker off and then keep them going, but I'm done with all that. Here is a... what's it called? Bonnie Original. Didn't really produce that well. Most of the fruit was damaged by the time it ripened. Some plants that I never got around to planting, and I won't plant them. Cherry tomato, Super Sweet 100. I think it's pretty much dead. The plant's dead. Still got a lot of little tiny red. These are the best right here. These little tiny ones. After the plant's all dried out,
and it makes the last ones like super sweet. But oh man, that's good. I'm gonna have to come pick these. I was gonna say, but I have too many, so I don't need to pick them. But I'm gonna pick those later. They're better than the ones I have inside. Here's a yellow cherry. This is my favorite. It makes a lot. Delicious ones. These are the best tasting ones. There's another one over here. Look. A cantaloupe plant survived. Whoa, it's growing on the fence. There's cantaloupe growing on the fence. I don't even know where that's coming from. I stopped watering them a long time ago. But here's another. I'll go to the other side to show that. Look, walking around. This is on the floor. Birds have been eating that. They've been eating all the fruit, dude. I don't even care. Jimmy crack corn. Look. Compost pile. Here's one of them. Put my extra melons that are not too tasty in here. Just put some melons out. See? The birds and rats. I got a few of these piles around where the rodents and birds eat at will, and they leave my growing plants alone. It really works, but only if you have extra fruit to spare, like I do. I have tons of it. Here's a bell pepper plant. It's like the little red-headed stepchild in the basement. I never fed it or watered it. It survived somehow, but it's kind of beat up. This thing feels like leather. Here's another bell pepper plant. It's not doing so well. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna eat that one right now. Just kidding. Wouldn't do that. And here's another bell pepper plant. Yay! Oops, I killed it. Sorry, buddy. And another one. My bell peppers did not do so well. Oh, another one. I think they like water. I think that's what they like. I think I read that on the internet, but I forgot. Okay, look. This is a... What is this? It's a tomato plant, but what kind is it? I don't know. I forgot. This one is too a tomato plant. And there's two here competing. This one got eaten by a caterpillar, so I put this one next to it, but this one came back, so they're all gonna die anyway. I'm not gonna water anymore. Look at all those red little tomatoes. I'm gonna pick those. So good. See, there's some watermelon plants that are just growing by themselves. Oh, a watermelon. Look. Cool. These vines, I thought I pulled all the watermelon vines, but obviously there's some that survived, and I guess watermelons need a lot less water than I thought, because I'm not watering these at all, and they look a lot healthier than the ones I water every day. So maybe I'm doing something wrong. Of course I'm doing stuff wrong. It's my first time ever gardening. Okay, zucchini. I am sick of zucchini. No one I know wants zucchini. Pretty much. It's so easy to grow zucchini, but unfortunately, unless you fry it up, it's not that great. I mean, it's alright, but it's pretty much like eating nothing. There's no nutrition in it. Unless you put lard in it, then it's got some nutrition. Look, butternut squash. I was thinking about aborting these, but there's actually quite a few growing in there. Like about as much as my first flush. And the weeds that came out this time are these kind of weeds right here, which are awesome, man. Next time I'm gonna use ground cover. Next time I probably won't even garden, but yeah, I'm gonna garden, but only certain things. I'll tell you all later. I'll make a video of what I'm gonna grow next, and it won't be all this stuff. Purple Cherokees, I got a bunch inside. Mr. Stripey, big disappointment. Well, no, not really. It's actually made a delicious, one single delicious tomato, and it was so delicious, it was worth it. But that was it. There was two other ones, but they got eaten by creatures. Black Prince made a lot of tomatoes, still going too. going on the floor all around. Can't really see it. Okay, and then obviously I did the yellow cherry. These are all, what's it call it? That's where the cantaloupe were. I stopped watering them, but they still live. Yellow cherry clipping right there. Another zucchini plant that I'm not going to water anymore. This one's in better shape, actually. See, it's still got zucchini growing. But eggplant right here. These eggplant, I never even ate one because they don't look very good. Have you ever seen an eggplant that looks like that? There's always bugs all over them. But yeah, that was fun to grow them, but I don't think I'm going to eat those nasty things. Look, this tomato plant and this tomato plant, it's an experiment. This one has pee on it, in the dirt for nitrogen. This one does not, and that one's bigger. And there's a few like that that I did too. And even some watermelons and some melons, don't tell anyone. Look at that. That's a Black Prince. Another Black Prince. That one's the one that had pee on it. I'm not going to eat them. It's just an experiment. Look, I didn't pee directly into them. I mixed it with water. This is the cherry tomato plant that is, it's a cutting from those other ones that are dead, but this one got like bigger than both of them put together and made more tomatoes, bigger tomatoes, still green, still growing, just better all around. The dirt's better over there, that's why. So next year I'm going to get some good dirt. I'm going to buy some topsoil. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, that mound is gone. It's done. My, whatchamacallit, homestead tomato plants. They used to have big ones, but now they just have a bunch of little ones. I'm not even going to pick them because they're not very good. Homestead tomatoes suck. I mean, even those are small, but they had some like about this big. Now they just have a bunch of little ones, but they're not that good. Those celebrities, man, those are the best. Not the best, but way better than that one. They're about the same. Celebrity is the best. I don't care what anyone says. Hybrid, whatever. I don't care. All I know is it tastes delicious, like a strawberry and a tomato mixed together. And it's delicious. And this is my cantaloupe patch. It still has cantaloupes going in there, but you can't see them really. See a little offering to the rats. This is where they live. Dare me to stick my foot in there? I wouldn't do that. It's creepy. Look, I threw a cantaloupe in there. It was a hole in it. Something's chomping it. Okay, what else? Dude, I got some kind of slime on my foot. Freaking out. Okay, but yeah, all the cantaloupes are like hidden, see? These are going to be some good ones right here. These are in better shape. These cantaloupe on this row got the pea treatment, and the other ones got nothing. And the pea ones did a lot better. But unfortunately, they're grown with pea, so who would want to eat that? Even though some people drink their own pee, some hippies, they think it's good for them, but that's disgusting. They eat placenta and shit too. Have you ever heard of that shit? I picked the watermelon yesterday. All my melons, the little vine here, see how it's brown? And the feeder leaf is dried out, but they're white inside still. And even though yellow on the bottom, I'll show you that fail watermelon later. Anyway, these are the sugar babies. They might be ready. According to the internet, they're ready, but according to me cutting them open and seeing white shit inside, they're not ready. So who knows? These are Congos. They're for sure not ready. That one looks stupid looking. Look at that. And then there's some more in there, all up in there. See, look, they have that stupid little nipple on them, man. Be laughing stock of, hey, Scrappy, come here. Look at that cone. He's so funny. That cone cost $20.